Howdy! I hope you had a great day. Silver Trade here again with another video. And as usual, we're going to be all over the place. So please remember, none of this is financial advice, we are not financial advisors, and this video is made for entertainment purposes only. As we all know, GameStop just did a private offering of $2.25 billion of convertible senior notes. The sale of the notes is expected to close on June 17th, 2025. So, 2 days ago. And on the 17th, GameStop had 70% of its volume on the off-exchange. GameStop Corp GME stock is a bargain. It has $9.066 billion in cash after its recent 0% $2.68 billion convertible note offering, which would make GameStop worth about $20.20 per share. Plus their $492 million worth in Bitcoin, so another $1.10. Quote-unquote fair value for GameStop would be about $21.37 just based off of that. That means the stores which are now profitable are almost available for free. And then this article talks about how if you use SOTP or its sum of the parts evaluation method, GameStop would be worth closer to $42 per share. Charles Schwab agrees with them. Today they came out with a report on 6/18/25. GameStop has been upgraded from D to C, giving GameStop 2 buys, 1 hold, and 2 sells. It is crazy how the media and all these banks are starting to flip on GameStop.
False news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets publish these things they simply aren't true without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think. And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
Enjoying these daily GameStop updates, please hit that like button down below. I really hope I don't get in trouble for showing that. Since iGME was released, on average, its volume has been made up of 70% short volume, with today being at 86% short volume. Crazy. GameStop's utilization yesterday was at 75%. Today, it is at 77%. And sadly, the Bank of Japan left interest rates at 0.5% for now. The next Bank of Japan policy meeting is on July 30th to 31st of 2025, where inflation projections and future guidance will be updated. After Roaring Kitty's last livestream and all of this talk with the yen carry trade, we know that the whole world is keeping a close eye on the Bank of Japan. GameStop announced this earlier in the year. They announced a plan to pursue a sale of French and Canadian operations. This was back in February 18th. And indeed, in the last earnings report, it was announced that one of these is complete. I believe this trend will continue until all of the company's core operations outside of the US are sold off, leaving behind stores in America only. When this milestone is achieved, this then becomes the new reality. Here's one of Ryan Cohen's cryptic tweets where he said, "God bless GME America, GME America. But what impact might it have for the company's future financial performance?" Well, for the last few years, GameStop has given a breakdown of performance by country. And so right here it says February 2nd, 2019. But they're reporting for the year of 2018. So whenever I say 2019, assume it's 1 year backwards. As of end of year fiscal year ending in February 2nd, 2019, they reported a $533 million loss. The fiscal year ending in February 1st of 2020, they reported a $343 million loss. For the fiscal year ending of January 30th of 2021, they reported a loss of $200 million. For the fiscal year ending in January 29th of 2022, their loss was $358 million. The fiscal year ending on January 26th of 2023, they reported a loss of $286 million. And for the fiscal year ending on February 3rd of 2024, so 2023, they reported a loss of $2.4 million. As for the fiscal year ending on February 1st of 2025, they reported loss of $33 million. The scale of the turnover for the United States operations is even better when it's shown on a graph. It is so great to finally be getting above that zero line. And we just recently got some new data points. This is the operating earnings for the recently completed 2025 Q1, which has already made as much profit as the entire year of 2024. And the speed at which profitability has been increasing is honestly astonishing. GameStop in Q1 of 2023 lost $26 million, but for Q1 of 2025, they made $33 million. And this is even more visible if considered on a trailing 12-month basis. Regional Formula used some seasonal trend analysis to help produce this extrapolation for what the rest of 2025 might generate for US operations. Of course, he can refine this with more data, but it looks really incredibly bullish for GameStop shareholders. So once GameStop has fully shed the loss-making overseas operations and focuses fully on the now profitable GME America business, then combined with the investment income generated by their cash and Bitcoin holdings, we could see this company quickly outperforming profit each year, maybe even seeing $1 billion profit per year. I'm sure you already know this, but recently we saw the highest short volume in history on GameStop. And nearly 3,000 Nintendo Switch consoles were stolen from the back of a semi-truck just a couple of days ago. GameStop said, "Come trade them in, we dare you." But then this tweet was deleted. And GameStop seriously has more cash on hand than MasterCard and Netflix, which is crazy to think about when their market caps are up in the 500 billions. And on the most recent earnings report, sadly, revenue fell by 17%. But net income is up 240%, diluted earnings per share is up 180%, and net profit margin is up 270%. Revenue is like how much the company earned before taking out costs or expenses. And then when you realize they've closed over 600 stores since then, minus 17% doesn't really seem like that big of a deal. Every time that we do a trade in the market, we're basically saying the market has this thing priced wrong, but I'm right. And there's no telling how long the market could take to realize or notice that value that you see.
Ask, and it will be given to you. Search, and you will find. Knock, and the door will be opened for you. Whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours. For what shall it profit a man if he gain the whole world and suffer the loss of his soul? And know that I am with you always. Yes, to the end of time. Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father, which is in heaven. Everyone who drinks this water will be thirsty again. But whoever drinks the water I give him will never thirst. Indeed, the water I give them will become in them a spring of water, welling up to eternal life. I have told you these things, so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take, I have overcome the world.
Thank you so much, and God bless.